Waja malta ma serious zede.
I'm serious, Ke.
You've never directed something. Give me an action of feedback that Sarah I'm starting off, kicking off.
Action.
Kalas tena kilana salta swal.
I want to say thank you.
Filmmaking is part of my life. I sleep, eat, drink, film, and that's it. Until I die, filmmaker.
Thank you very much.
Allah Akbar.
Okay. Thank you, Shiraza. Wait. Let me find the laugh. What do you want to say now? If I can remember honestly, is that the 8th and the 9th, the 8th of July and the 9th of July in 2011, I did not sleep. This is the first time in my history that I never slept. For 2 days, I did not sleep because I did not want to miss anything.
Do you know what? I'm the first people in Sudan decided to resign and just move. I was like, okay, now I have to go because it's time for us to start from the beginning. Now become a country and I'm first class, citizen. It's just different. So it was just amazing. And I decided to come in Juba without any complaint.
If I'm to start about the journey of film making in South Sudan, it really did not start in 2011. It started in around 2008. Those who came here before me, those of Bingo and the rest, they started making short films.
Ana sai ba mulsu nulle grasa sano bar wade galana magiribo.
Sibo salata kire. Ita kan ma shilu karar hasim shufta ana bori la grasa ko semin ta edes yono.
Mami, sibo kalam de lana, ha? Sibo kalam de lana. Ana bori lo jenga lo mabar.
Wala tali sendo kalam mo.
Ta bonus kalam zere ke. Ita ro quiz galana ge hibita, ha? Fata kasma ta ke desu ya. Sununa love yet zeta levende, My wife.
Before independence, there are some films I can see. If I look at them now, I just laugh because it's just like people are trying to gamble. People trying just to do something, A nice story, but if you go to technical part, it's just down. But at that time, it's good.
The journey of making films, I think, since that time until now, since in Kenya in 2000 and let's say 2002, 2003, 4, and then coming back to South Sudan now, and where at least Kenya was more developed. There were already good films that you could see. At that time you could work that this film is produced in Kenya, in Nairobi, in this area. But in South Sudan, when we came, there was nothing. So we are just dropped somewhere that you have to start using experience from outside now, from friends that, example, some friends came from Egypt, some friends back most of South Sudanese were now coming back to their country, from Egypt, from what? Of course, is that most of them did not go to a film school, or let me say, few really went to, maybe 2 or 3 people, but the rest of the majority that we have been working with, they have never gone to a film school, but they have the interest.
It was fun, it was fun, coming out of another country, becoming independent and coming out with something that you love doing. So we did a film called Our Big Fear.
Stop! 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 Your guns above your head! Your guns up!
Before independence, we had very few films. Let's say maybe 20, 40, maybe I cannot really remember, because I remember that we are just making short films. But after independence, we have let's say over 500 films. Oh, that is only between the 2021 and this time.
So we decided that we need to look for a platform to share these stories. So that's why we decided that we need to come with the Juba Film Festival.
For the first time of its kind, the Juba Film Festival 2016 is here.
Let's find out who are the nominees for the Best Actress of this year.
The winner, not the only one, is Angelina Akon from Agony of Culture.
The best short film of the Juba Film Festival 2019 is Silence is Not Golden. Congratulations.
So you see that there is a very big growth of film production in South Sudan. Like we can have example during the film festival. We have a lot of films that are like over 40, 50, some like the highest time we got a lot of films in a year was in 2017, where we got 70 something films submitted for the film industry. I mean, for the film festival. So it's really huge. So this shows that there's really very big growth, and I think we'll continue growing. We'll continue making it better.
Puru, alago, asirre helu, gekalasu.
The challenges I can see in film industry in general.
You know, the challenge in filmmaking does not stop.
Yeah, actually in South Sudan film industry there is a lot of challenges.
And then something else I find very challenging. Like once we do all these things, Hagamoya, that we don't know where it's going. We don't take sodas anymore from what we do. We don't know where it's going. It's bigger, it's a free thing, or what happens, we don't know. But because I believe that when someone does something, you should appreciate the person, no matter how small it is, the person will acknowledge.
طبعا في طبيعة بتاعنا احنا كجنوبيين انه باين انه موسيقى الدراما ده جنيش حلو خالص. انا مذكر حبوبة تاي قال لي سيليا دي واحد ممثل ولا ممثلة عنده مرتب شهري في وزارة. حاجة اللي فيه انت لو عايزة تقري تبقى حاجة لنا دايرينه. اما موسيقى الدراما كده بعدين زمان تكوني متمكنة انت عندك قروش تقراها بقروشك. ده حاجة الحصل. عشان كده حاسة انا طبعا رغبتي في حاجة لكن انا قاعد اقرا كلية تاني ان شاء الله خريجة السنة دي.
The human resource. The government needs to make sure that University of Juba introduces film studies so that we can have more creative people out of university. Because what University of Juba teaches is more about journalism. And it's not pure journalism, it's mixed up. So if Jama Juba can, or like University of Juba can have a place, or what we call a department for film, that will kill off this issue of human resource.
Up to now, I can say we don't have equipment for the cinema. The equipment I saw in Cairo for cinema is just different.
Sincerely speaking, what I see from the industry, there is no competition. My dear, we need a competition where we need to put a competition ground so that we feel that we have something we want to do. But if you're competing with no one, like now if I look at some people, you start evaluating that I do it better than this, but you need someone who will compete with you in this industry.
Most of the projects we do, I do it out of my pocket.
لو احنا بنشوف في بلدان البرة زي اسي انديا مصر اكبر دخل بتاع الدولة يهو من الفن، كان في اغاني ولا في مسلسلات ولا في افلام، ده اكبر دخل بتاع الدولة. انا متاكد اذا الناس بتاعنا كبار ديل اذا هم ساهموا معانا وساعدونا احنا كممثلين يدعمونا ماديا ومعنويا، انا متاكد حاجات ده بيكون كويس.
One of the challenges that I'm seeing which is affecting the film industry is capacity building. Like for you to be able to make a very good film, you have to have very good knowledge of what you're doing. You need to have a very good knowledge on the technical equipment, like cameras, like story writing. You have to have the skills of how do I get better sound for film, why do I need better sound for film, what locations do I need. You just need to have the basic skills of making a film. Because if you don't have the basic skills to make a film, even if you make a good film, because you don't have a basic skills and then it is called a guesswork, it is something that is inside driven by, like internal. But for you professional to make a very good film in the field, people can see it and really enjoy it and all that, you need to have skills, the basic skills of film. But
so the main challenges we're having, it is the lack of cooperation, and this is a difficult thing that we have. But we thank Juba Film Festival that they're trying by all means to bring the filmmakers together so that they can understand that the work is not for one person, it is for everyone.
The ministry, the government have to have a very good will. For them, they see that this, what we are doing is just a waste of time. But they don't know that we are recording the archive of South Sudan. There are people, after we are not even there, there are people that will come, they say, when did this film thing start in South Sudan? They will use us as examples. They'll be using us to make better films in South Sudan. Because, there were people, can kid as a man, can make the rest of the film, but they are making films. So the ministry really has, as much as possible, need to try as much as possible to bring the film community together and make it like part of their activity. Make it like this is a very good activity that, because like here filming, we don't care where you're from. When you're from which part of South Sudan, nobody cares about it because what we want is talent. Are you good in it? If you're good in it, show us. It is not something that it is maybe written and then you keep it. It is something that everybody can see that that person is good.
Where I started making film, security has nothing to do with the issuing of filming permit. There's a body called Film Commission. It's the Film Commission that gives you permit. For instance, if it's Juba, you go to Juba Film Commission or Central Equatorial Film Commission. They give you a permit. Then that permit is what you take to City Council. Then City Council will just certify, and you are free to film in any place in Juba. Now, it depends with you, like if you are coming to Nyakuron, it is you and Nyakuron, how do you agree? Provided you have but the security has nothing to do with that. And if you need security to be on set, you go to police, then they will come in to help you.
I see the first donor, I did with them in my documentary, Angelo, been screened in Berlin, German embassy. This is my first, And the second one was in the news for 2 years, and I can say that's why the company now is standing. Because you get, equipment, sometimes you have to ask, material things, not money. So that's why Juba Film Festival can be now stand, at least we have things we can move forward, and still German embassy continue up to 2020, and also Goethe Institute. Although their office in Addis Ababa, but still they can communicate and say, guys, I have something small for you. And other partner, they can come and go, but they are not, there for us every year. So they are the three main donors for me, I can say. And I want to encourage all filmmakers, let's just move forward. And although there is a challenge, let us put our hand together, let us support each other.
What are we doing as artists, as filmmakers? What are we doing to bring the country forward? We have a lot of responsibilities. People should know that. It's not only politicians. We need to tell stories that affect the community. There are so many people suffering down there. We need to talk about them. When you talk about a community that's suffering, you are making a change. You are bringing to the attention of the community leaders, to the presidents and the rest.
We do this small acting, we are changing lives, I believe. Because the few that I've done, everyone learns something from it. There is another one of recent that I did of, it's called My Life, I think, yes. And then this was a very nice message of how other women influence other people's families in a negative way. So when I was acting that part of doing this women bad attitude, you know, I go here Shamar, I go here Shamar, I go here Shamar, and everyone was like, ita I know dag they are around nas alge karabul. So they picked something. So this is a way of you trying to evaluate yourself in your own family, and you neglect friends that are not worth it. It is us to make our country nice. It is us to make it what we want. It is us to do it for our own self. No one is going to do it for us. So if I don't start doing what I want to do and I'm backing up all the time, then no one will come and do it for me. My place will be vacant. So I have to pick up my broom, start sweeping, and say, Sarah, yes, you're going to sweep this place. At the end of the day, it will be clean.
خلينا نعيش في peace. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.